A Narcissist Guide. Chapter 1. The Narcissist. It's okay to love yourself but don't impose grandiosity onto others. Narcissistic Personality Disorder /NPD. Narcissistic personality disorder is a sense that one is superior to other mere mortals and expects attention, admiration, and favorable treatment. You rarely see them in treatment because they feel great. They don't think there's anything wrong with them. Narcissistic personality disorder /NPD is generally someone who loves themselves to the point where they do bad things like bully others, abuse them, and think psychopathically. Everything is for their benefit only. They can't seem to empathize. They're antisocial and arrogant. Some want to be admired or looked up to. The narcissistic personality has little or no regard for other people's feelings. They have a powerful sense of entitlement. They often reject or disdain other people because those people are not giving them the praise and recognition that they think they deserve. This seems like almost everybody, especially if you live in a large city. It's kind of funny that this is considered a personality disorder because by nature everybody loves themselves. We all have fantasies and delusions of grandeur and we're all self-centered by design. Think of the people we call psychologists and psychiatrists. By definition, somebody with a job like this presumes to have superior insight into human behavior even though all they took at school were low-level courses that don't come close to giving insight into human behavior, yet they claim to have the wisdom to pass judgment on people. They're a bunch of narcissists even though they would never admit to it. What sane person presumes to know what's right for people better than they know themselves? They're faking it too because what they learn in school doesn't give anyone any deep knowledge of human behavior. There are just some theories everybody accepts as gospel which are pretty well nothing next to who a person is alone in their minds, listening to their natural intuition. The capitalist ideology of success promotes narcissism. Do whatever you must to get what you want. Everybody wants to be a star or an American Idol. Look at all the reality show contests on TV dedicated to turning people into the next top comedian, model, magician, talent, circus act, etc. The way I see it is that with the psychobablists, nobody can win. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. They can pigeonhole anyone into having something wrong with them. If you're too loving, they say you're codependent or have a dependent personality disorder. If you love yourself, you're a narcissist. If you hate yourself, you're depressed. You can't win. They can find something wrong with everyone then make money off them, but their big bad book, the DSM, is just a guide. It's not wisdom laid in stone. First they say a narcissist feels superior to everyone, then they say the narcissist always wants attention from other people, which doesn't make sense to me because if you feel superior to other people, you think they're a bunch of nerds. You don't need attention from them. You don't care what they might think of you either way. Imagine a world without narcissists. Jesus would not have thought he was the Son of God. William would not have conquered England. Joan of Arc would not have rallied her countrymen. Isaac Newton would not have been so bold as to create calculus. Columbus would not have had the arrogance to sail across an uncharted ocean. Nobody would run for political office. Nobody would want to be a celebrity or a superstar. Nobody would want to be on a reality TV show. Nobody would think highly enough of themselves to do something to change the world. To me, narcissistic personality disorder is our capitalist system's way of trying to put the brakes on people with visionary thoughts and big ideas. Tell them you can't be like that. You have to be like everybody else, which is why communism failed, this desire to make everybody the same. This is why I think the so-called science of psychology could be the biggest fraud of the 20th century, these people who were mostly introverted nerds claiming they figured out the answers to life with certainty, much like the medical model of diseases does. Chapter 2. The Toxic Narcissist Relationship. Narcissism in a relationship. Narcissism is a state of being where the person thinks they're above everyone else. If that's you, don't get married. If you marry a narcissist, get out as soon as you discover how self-centered / selfish they are. The word narcissist is all over YouTube and other parts of the internet. The fact is that some people don't belong in relationships. I was born in 1959, raised in the first TV generation of the 1960s. TV and pop culture destroyed traditional family love and replaced it with TV reality for a lot of people. A lot of people do not have the ability to be loving in a normal way, but they know they want sex, want attention, love, and admiration, so they go around looking for love, find a girl or guy, then they're terrible in a relationship. The worst narcissists try to control and brainwash their mate. The harmless ones are simply inept and quickly leave. I've heard many stories of women and men in relationships with rotten, scummy, snobby people. Every celebrity is a narcissist. It's someone with a big ego who thinks it's about them. People exist to be used for their benefit. If you're with somebody like that, nothing will improve ever. Leave now. professional-counseling.com/how-deal-with-a-narcissistic-partner.html. Go on youtube.com and type in narcissist in a relationship for thousands of videos on the subject. What exactly is a narcissist and why are they so bad? We're all narcissists by nature. We think about ourselves first all the time by the natural law of self-preservation. We're territorial. I've seen many so-called religious people react in violence when their territory is threatened. I tried to be religious. I couldn't fight my true nature. If somebody tries to interfere with me on purpose, I get real angry real fast. The psychobabble industry has been quick to create a category called narcissistic personality disorder, implying there is something wrong with you if you're self-centered, constantly thinking about what to do next that's good for you, but that's normal. We live in a culture where they want you to achieve and be a superstar. How many channels and shows are there for superstar athletes and pop culture celebrities? If you're not one of them, you're not cool enough yet. There is no problem loving yourself. Just don't treat others like servants or punching bags. Most of us have a conscience. We know if we're hurting someone else. The psychopathic narcissist does it anyway. If you detect psychotic narcissism, get out now. Here are examples of psychotic narcissism. Cheating in a relationship. Stealing. Always asking for favors. Demanding favors. Does what they want without regard for other people. I've read some heavy psychobabble about narcissism from the mainstream mental health industry. They're all mad. They go way too deep, implying too much. Nobody can get into another's head. If someone treats you like crap 3 times, leave. The narcissistic toxic relationship. The narcissistic toxic relationship is everywhere nowadays in the mainstream cute, cool article category. I've been on YouTube looking at people who call themselves something like narcissistic relationship counselors, toxic relationship counselors and stuff like that. Check out this guy. youtube.com/user/Spartan Life Coach, Spartan Life Coach, Richard Grannon. To me, he's like bullshit in action, but he has the right to earn a living if suckers are willing to buy his brand of snake oil. He tried to make a living as a martial arts guy. I guess that market was saturated, so he reinvented himself as an angry victim of a toxic relationship, now dispensing advice for free on YouTube, making money with online counseling to all the lonely women with extra money looking for some guy who seems a macho man to talk to. The problem is that if he was a real man, he would have gotten over his toxic relationship where he was used by some chick or guy if he's gay the next day and kept moving with life like I do. Everybody's got tragedies in their lives. You're either sulky wimp or you keep going on like my ancestors and everybody else's ancestors who lived through wars and exploitation through the ages. Get real. If you're weak to start with, then fall in love. Suppose you get sucked into some relationship with dreamboat asshole the first. What do you do as an idiot young naive person? You're excited and feel complete, or is it a delusion? Many people are in love with the idea of being in love so much that they fall in infatuation, not love. Real love is caring for someone that lasts at least 2 years. Everything else is a mental illness that will wear off. If someone constantly wants you to do stuff to please them, get out. There is a balance. If someone is too selfish, get out. Be interested in your boyfriend's life but pursue your own life. Just because he's in college studying to be a doctor and playing for the varsity basketball team doesn't mean you support him for you two as a couple. You back off. You say that's good, you're a Renaissance man, good for you. I got my own life too. Maintain your own personal interests. Spend time with family and friends without your partner. Encourage your partner to go off to do stuff alone. Talk about your life to him. You will always live alone in your head. That's number one, then God, then the relationship. Spend time alone. Do what you want without getting permission. Danger zone of love addiction/codependency. Your relationship is not you. You are you alone in your head. If you exhibit any of these behaviors, you're living in a fantasy. Too dependent on your partner and the relationship. Daydreaming about him all the time. Talking about your partner as though he's the bomb. Neglect other relationships. Immediately go from one relationship breakup to another one. Don't do much on your own. Rely on him for a roof, food, drugs, and money. Chapter 3. A Narcissist Website Guide. Articles at narcissisticabuserehab.com. youtube.com/c/narcissisticabuse-rehab. open.spotify.com/show/7sxfs2c8c0a1ulpo-xxx. pinterest.com/narcissisticabuse-rehab/boards. soundcloud.com/narcissistic-abuse-rehab. giphy.com/channel/narcissistic-abuse-rehab. narcissisticabuserehab.com/podcast. narcissisticabuserehab.com/category/news. IMAsurvivorinc.us. bloglovin.com/blog/narcissistic-abuse-rehab-20455167. twitter.com/keivaninpapa. twitter.com/girlagirlsguide. NPD websites. 4degreez.com/disorder/narcissistic.html. allpsych.com/disorders/personality/narcissism.html. ccspublishing.com/journals2a/narcissistic_personality.htm. drsanity.blogspot.com/2004/09/lesson-in-narcissistic-rage.html. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/narcissistic_personality_disorder. groups.msn.com/narcissistic personality disorder. mayoclinic.com/health/narcissistic-personality-disorder/ds00652. medicinenet.com/script/main/art.asp?? article key = 38103. mentalhealth.com/dis/p20-pe07.html. minddisorders.com/cow-news/narcissistic-personality-disorder.html. narcissisticsamvak.tripod.com. narcissistic-abuse.com. narcissistic-abuse.com/npdglance.html. narcissistic-personality-disorder.com. psychcentral.com/disorders/sx36.htm. psychologytoday.com/conditions/narcissistic.html. scyweb.com/mdisord/jsp/napd.jsp. samvak.tripod.com/msla1.html. malignant self-love, narcissism psychiatric-times.com/p960235.html. narcissistic personality, a stable disorder or a state of mind. samvak.tripod.com/npdglance.html. suite101.com/welcome.cfm/npd. swiftVets.com/phpbb2/viewtopic.php, narcissistic rage. tearsandhealing.com. thirdage.com, look up narcissistic personality disorder. TrueNaturioFreality.com. umm.edu/nc/article/0000934.htm. Narcissistic Personality Disorder Support Group websites from dmoz-odp.org. bnarcissisticabusrecovery.runboard.com, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery, a support and resource forum for survivors of a relationship with a narcissist or a psychopath. groups.yahoo.com/group/adults recovering from narcissistic parents, adults recovering from narcissistic parents, providing help in changing old behaviors. groups.yahoo.com/group/adult-children of narcissists, adult children of narcissists, discussion and support group for those raised by affected parents. health.groups.yahoo.com/group/narcissistic_personality_disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, discussion and support group for sufferers, spouses, colleagues, families, and friends. narcissism-support.blogspot.com/2009/01/how-to-live-with-narcissist.html, moral and spiritual struggle, archive of the MSN group, Narcissism Support Group /moral and spiritual struggle, for survivors of encounters with psychopaths and narcissists. Includes articles, opinions, and recommended readings. Narcissistic Personality Disorder Family Forum.yuq.com, Narcissistic Personality Disorder, Support and Discussion Forum for Families of Narcissists. Narcissistic Personality Disorder.amoo.com, Narcissistic Personality Disorder, Resources, Learning, and Discussion Group for people who are dealing with relationships with abusive narcissists. psychforums.com/narcissistic-personality, Narcissistic Personality Disorder Forum, a moderated community for those living with this condition. thepsychopath.freeforums.org, The Psychopath and Narcissist Forum, online support community for survivors of abuse by narcissists and psychopaths. Chapter 4. A Narcissist Website Guide at feedspot.com. A list of narcissist, arrogant, self-adoring person, websites from feedspot.com/news/narcissist. Narcissism Recovery and Relationships blog. blog.melanietoniaevans.com. Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Program. LetMeReach.com. Knowing the Narcissist. Narcsite.com. After Narcissistic Abuse. AfterNarcissisticAbuse.wordpress.com. Angie Atkinson. YouTube.com. Reddit Raised by Narcissists. Reddit.com. Reddit, Narcissistic Abuse. Reddit.com. Sam Vannon. YouTube.com. Malignant Self-Love, Narcissism Revisited. Reddit Narcissistic Personality Disorder. Reddit.com. Narcissist Abuse Support. NarcissistAbuseSupport.com. Laughing at Narcs. LaughingAtNarcs.com. Tracy Malone. YouTube.com. Narcissist Abuse Support Channel. The Narcissist in Your Life. TheNarcissistInYourLife.com. Battered Men's Narcissistic Abuse Support Services. BatteredMen.ca. ASSC Direct. YouTube.com. Narcissistic Personality Disorder Life Coaching. CNXG Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. YouTube.com. Lady with a Truck. LadyWidhatruck.com. Exposing the Narcissist. ClarisseOnNarcissism.com. A list of narcissist websites at feedspot.com/narcissist_blogs. AfterNarcissisticAbuse.wordpress.com. IasHeHata85.com. BatteredMen.ca. blog.melanietoniaevans.com. blogs.psychcentral.com/narcissism. ClarisseOnNarcissism.com/blog-2. ConsentAwareness.net/tag/narcissist. DionUntina.net. Discarded.us/blog. divorcinganarcissist.net/blog. divorcinganarcissistblog.com. echorecovery.blogspot.com. estemology.com/category/narcissists. fairytaleshotaus.com. feministwife.blogspot.com. flyingmonkeysdenied.com. freefromtoxic.com. freeofnarcissism.blogspot.com. humanmagnetsyndrome.com/hmsblog. kimsaeed.com/blog. ladywidhatruck.com. laughingatnarcs.com. leavyournarcissist.com/blog. littlesheyman.org/blog. livingwithhomienarc.blogspot.com. lynettedartycross.com/tag/narcissism. myinvisibilistory.com. n-continuum.blogspot.com. narcissismfree.com/articles. narcissistabusesupport.com. narcissistfamilyfiles.com. narcissistfree.com/blog. narcissisticabuserehab.com/blog. narcissisticandemotionalabuse.co.uk/category/articles. narcissisticbehavior.net. narcissistsarchameleons.wordpress.com. narcissistswife.com. narcsite.com. narcwise.com. onemomsbattle.com. selfcarehaven.wordpress.com. silverboundary.wordpress.com. The Diary of an Ex-Narcissist's Wife.com. thenarcissisticlife.com. thenarcissisticpersonality.com/articles. thenarcissistinyourlife.com/blog. thenseamarriage.com/r-nc-society. thriveafterabuse.com. understandingmind.com. visiblehearts.com. A list of narcissistic personality disorder websites at blog.feedspot.com/narcissistic_personality_disorder_blogs. echorecovery.blogspot.com. freefromtoxic.com. narcissistschild.blogspot.com. narcissistswife.com. npdthoughts.tumblr.com. onemomsbattle.com/blog. that-npd-feel.tumblr.com. thatnpdfeel.tumblr.com. thenarcissistinyourlife.com/blog. A list of narcissistic abuse podcasts at blog.feedspot.com/narcissistic_abuse_podcasts. anchor.fm/danish-ir. narcissistabusesupport.com/narcissist-podcast. buzzsprout.com/188846. flyingfreenow.com/category/podcast. listennotes.com/podcast/narcissism-podcast-ytz-ms8-gw01v. listennotes.com/podcast/heal-grow-with-with-kim-mh-mhnr-network-lc-underscore hgzypqg2uc. listennotes.com/da/podcast/narcissistic-abuse-rehab-narcissistic-b_ce3i2ngj. narcissistapocalypse.com/episodes. Spreaker.com/show/narcissistic abuse no https://blog.feedspot.com/narcissist_youtube_ channels 47385898. A list of narcissist YouTube channels at blog.feedspot.com/narcissist_youtube_ channels. youtube.com/user/authorangela-atkinson/videos. youtube.com/channel/ucl6rgsllasx0dc3hgus8r6g/videos. youtube.com/user/samvakanin/videos. youtube.com/channel/ucki8589ypggvohjcl16w/videos. youtube.com/channel/uccgnju-northwest-xcjlvc5-TITPQ/videos. youtube.com/user/narcissism-survivor/videos. youtube.com/user/copconsulting2010/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucygydwnhfkonrsfuf8n89a/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucaalvagdnjamevn49jfg/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucotx7-zhspine1-cpxbhf6q/videos, youtube.com/channel/uc9frocpmo7ijhqtwsbq/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucvnqjf7aj5ewtvtb1tvgwdq/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucu123libkzxafozdrqtdcoa/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucotx7-zhspine1-cpxbhf6q/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucj63vlib3jl8unjk2qmy0eu/videos, youtube.com/channel/uc5on-ctceu_pjxvq3ha_pw/videos, youtube.com/user/author-Angela-Atkinson/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucysgs4qh8bvisrswqxkw/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucaalvagdnjamevn49jfg/videos, youtube.com/user/narcissism-survivor/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucn9r6kz3l9-xfdyw6dpfq/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucyylrf6rgeio38axigzh2lw/videos, youtube.com/channel/uc9x9sdn_4jtzxgeoga9xnkg/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucbx5qvx75zxb_gu15mwckaq/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucmcdebthvnsfpcqjtpv7rpw/videos, youtube.com/channel/uqhtgg54czvrlijkWFBH_a/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucc7nozqh10jectx2ecolhg/videos, youtube.com/channel/uc7ljrok8am6xkek8ls8shnw/videos, youtube.com/channel/uc1tg1icikh9ylqfk7xa/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucvnq7dqklvme4key207y05w/videos, youtube.com/user/misdmemrs/videos, youtube.com/user/tomate4369/videos, youtube.com/c/liveanarchfree/videos, youtube.com/user/narcnomore/videos, youtube.com/user/angela_mwhat/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucvnqjf7aj5ewtvtb1tvgwdq/videos, youtube.com/user/odinson2008/videos, youtube.com/channel/uciky2mxes5kjzy_lhk7w32q/videos, youtube.com/channel/uccgnju_northwest_xejlvc5-tpq/videos, youtube.com/user/ever582/videos, youtube.com/channel/uc19s_yet9_tmq-m59bsizw/videos, youtube.com/channel/uc1ddec_northwest_t0us0h7eqjg/videos, youtube.com/channel/ucwsmahg1gdsydzc5z5gj8a/videos, youtube.com/user/satiricon97/videos, youtube.com/channel/UCZPT2 New Jersey TCKDMJWBSFZCDA/videos. youtube.com/channel/UKBKXMRV8 Ya1T6N_WV_RKDQ/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCU123LeBKZXAFOZDRQTDCOA/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCBNSCHRHQRATWPCQ8S6KG/videos. youtube.com/user/venerot/videos. youtube.com/channel/UFQ-MSISI2T1NXGQGWGFRQ/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCJ63VLib3JL8UNJK2QMY0EU/videos. youtube.com/channel/UC9FroCZIPPM07IJHQTWSBQ/videos. youtube.com/user/copconsulting2010/videos. youtube.com/channel/UXB49QDix0JohnZSme-GJ4Q/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCKazemZJO5PLWNF1E7QWDZTQ/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCL6RGSLLASX0DC3HGUS8R6G/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCUXEHz3OECVWLZ1X-SNM4LW/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCGE1H5FMC4SU1FN6TG-EVIA/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCQ8CTO4A1I6BVPSDNQE8R3A/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCYGYWNHFKONRNSFUF8N89A/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCGXYVFL5HPY5IL14-ODPG/videos. youtube.com/user/SamVAKanin/videos. youtube.com/user/MelanieToniaEvans/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCKI85H9YPGGVOHJCL16W/videos. youtube.com/channel/UC6WL7HUTW_DTDBAM3J7FW/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCOTX7-ZHSPINE1-CPXBHF6Q/videos. youtube.com/user/AuthorAngelaAtkinson/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCQVH2CWEP3JCYWDJE689WG/videos. youtube.com/channel/UCDOZNCG515Q4P4N4L-TOWJW/videos. youtube.com/user/LetMeReach/videos.